Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I want to a little about chemical domain. Chemical domain is like chemical in your brain. Neurotransmitter, he said, chemical who has schizophrenia, mental illness, schizophrenia who has it like this chemical sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide, this one domain means sodium hydroxide. This one, if you look in, this one is strong sodium hydroxide. This one sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide, if you have with aluminum in the water, if you add it together, they have like uh, they can eat like aluminum. They can eat like aluminum become crashing like that. So the same as like brain make you happy more if you have a sodium domain, a chemical domain. If you have more in your brain, become your brain become unhappy, schizophrenia, mental illness, become like that and unhappy and everything is they have like a delusion and like that. This one, sodium hydroxide, if you look in the chemical is called domain. This one, sodium hydroxide. This one is sodium hydroxide. So if you look in, so aluminum and hydroxide, this one, all this one is called all this one together sodium hydroxide. So this one, the chemical in your brain eating like that become schizophrenia, mental illness like that. If you look in chemical, this chemical they have eating with aluminum. If you look in aluminum, they have like that. So aluminum they can eating become like that crash in aluminum with water and aluminum. If you have now the in your brain chemical in your brain become if you have schizophrenia chemical more this chemical in your brain chemical adding better in your brain become this one chemical is called this chemical is called this one I will show you this one this chemical. This one, if you look in, sporadical. Sporadical means this one C23, H27, Fn2 and had 4 and HO and 2. This one is called compassion, chemical compassion. Sporadical echo domain, your brain eating more in your brain become like warm in your brain like schizophrenia. The chemical make your brain come down normally going compassion make you like chemical compassion. Chemical compassion make your brain normal like that. So medical injection is sporadical is chemical compassion. So if you look in this chemical type of compassion, this mass you can look like that. This type of compassion. The other one type of hydroxide. So chemical first time sodium hydroxide in your brain more in your brain become your brain becomes schizophrenia mental illness. If you chemical become injection doctor they give it sporadical. This one chemical compassion. If you have two together adding compassion explosion. So this one I think try this one chemical like that. So this one I think sodium hydroxide if you have like compassion if you have compassion become explosion how to this chemical sodium hydroxide become come down how to come down how to reaction like that. If you look in sodium radical, if you look in, they have like become reaction with chemical like that explosion. If you look in another video, if you look in, so this one I think So we have to know this one chemical in your brain. Who has eating in your brain? This one sodium hydroxide is called. But this one chemical in your brain when you're sick become more in your brain. Sodium hydroxide become sporadical. Adding to injection become your brain or medicine. Take it and it become your brain normal like that. Better, normal. Better things become like that. So how to compare this one? How to this one? How to become medicine? How to improve this medication schizophrenia? How to medication schizophrenia? Chemical sodium hydroxide, anti-sodium hydroxide make you balance with balance. How to with balance? The other one, a little explosion make explosion. Sporadical explosion make explosion. So the other one, how to sodium hydroxide, how to compare to with how to balance. They can balance what chemical if you add in with balance. So this one we have checked this one sodium hydroxide. Medicine I think so I think sodium hydroxide with the compaction if you add in, they have reaction with reaction. They have become a reaction. So reaction, they have like a little come down like that. So better thing is you have to know this one. So this one, how to improve this medication, sodium hydroxide become balance, normal balance if you add in. So how to medication this balance? You have compared this one. This one is sporadical. You have to look this one is sporadical. So the sporadical is called. So this one chemical make your brain normal like that with other people how to go in like that. So compare this one medication and chemical sodium hydroxide in your brain. You have to know chemical medical schizophrenia. They have a lot sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. If you look in still have sodium hydroxide. Then aluminum, water, if you together adding, they have become the harder the two like that. So they have like eating and crushing aluminum. So how to solve it, how to compare to like that. So compare this one, medication, sodium hydroxide uh, with with the medication with sodium hydroxide become down chemical we find out. So this one sporadical is not a lot better thing. It every time is explosion. Every time you take it like that. Chemical anti sodium hydroxide. We have to know this one. So